Hi, my loves. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia, I am taking questions tonight, but we're going to start doing this just a little bit differently. I'm going to go ahead and post this and pin this link into the chat. It's also in the description down below. If I did what I was supposed to do, it should be. And then otherwise, Lachelle is going to be moderating this live. So for those of you, if you need any type of like direction as to how to submit a question and payment and all that good stuff, Lachelle is going to be responding to you guys. Hi, Unique. I see only me, but I don't know if that's Sierra or Jennifer. I received both of you all's request already. Okay. So while we wait I'm trying to bring a little bit more order to the live readings, y'all. They are so much fun, but they be so long. And so I'm gonna hang out with y'all a little bit tonight, but I want to be respectful of everybody's time. I want to be respectful of Lachelle's time. Hi, Jenny. So I don't want you guys to feel offended if I'm not paying so much attention to the chat. That's why Lachelle is here today, so that I can focus on the energies. Okay, so if you guys could thank Lachelle for being here, for moderating the reading. Cynthia, please follow the instructions on the link or like down below in the description of this live reading. I have placed the instructions there for how to submit your questions and stuff during this live reading. Okay, so I want to give you guys a couple of like just very brief announcements about what's going on the channel, specials I'm having and stuff like that, things that I've added to the store. And then I want to take a moment and I want to talk about what's going on in the stars. I want to talk about the planets because it's been a while since I've done that with you guys. There's been a lot of like major shifts, things that have been moving backwards. We've been revisiting things, and now we're about to experience a lot of this slow energy going forward and going fast. So I want to touch on some of those very important things that are going on in the planets and the stars. I want to drop a few dates on you guys to be looking out for certain things, or just so you can be mindful of the energy. And then I don't have any other announcements after that. We'll get into the collective reading and then I'll take personal questions. Okay. All right. So, as far as announcements go, guys, I don't know if any of you guys wanted to book a personal reading. Now would be a great time. They're on sale through the last day of March. There's no code needed. You just go onto the site and you can book any pre-recorded reading right now. They're on sale. The emergency readings and stuff are as priced. Those prices never change. And then starting tonight through April 8th, I have added life purpose readings to the store, and they're going to be on sale for $88 starting tonight at midnight, like, after the live and stuff, basically in the morning. I guess you could say when you wake up in the morning, they'll be on sale. The code for that is #cracked open. Okay. So the goal for the life purpose readings is to really help you guys try to crack open your DNA and activate your life purpose, figuring out like literally what am I here for? Why did I incarnate? Okay. So those are going to be really special. I'm hoping we're going to enjoy those and have a lot of fun. Like I said, starting tonight all the way through the 8th of April, you'll be able to book one of those for $88. The last day to book a yearly forecast. If you guys have been kind of sitting on the fence and you weren't sure, the last day to do that is on the 30th of April. I'm going to be removing them from the store. So anyway, otherwise, you guys know how to get in touch with me if there's something else that you need outside of that. I'm sure some of y'all know that I offer Reiki sessions and coaching calls and stuff, but I don't advertise them because my schedule is being bananas. Okay. Okay. So I learned something today, and I really, really wanted to. Hi, Kai. Hi, Nadia. I learned something today, guys, and I really wanted to share this with you all. I know, like maybe a year ago, I had started to kind of transition the channel into Vedic astrology. Those of you that are new here would not know that. But those of you that have been around, you know, as early as I want to say I started it January of 2021. This whole fucking pandemic has been a whirlwind. So don't give me the line. It could have been January 2020. But anyway, when I first made that change on the channel, the goal was to teach you guys more about Vedic astrology as I'm also practicing and learning it. So now that like my time is freed up and stuff like that, I can do some of the things that I've been wanting to do. So I learned something so divine today. I don't know if you guys watched any of the monthlies, but the last set of them, and it's a fucking fly in here, y'all. So don't be ooh, ooh. He just came in the house to like 10, 15 minutes ago. I'm like, great. Right when I'm about to start the live, you want to come in here and fuck with me. Okay. So anyway, I don't know if any of you guys watched the last like set of monthlies, but or no, you have to be on Patreon because I do channeled songs in the beginning of the Patreon, but just so for those of you that are not a part, the last like few readings, the channelings have all been Jadena. I don't know if you guys listen to Jadena or not, but there's also one particular song that has kept playing, and it's been Yoga. Yoga by Jadena. He spells his name Jidenna, for those of you that are not familiar. Anyway, I was curious about not just like yoga in a healing sense, but also like just its origin in nature and whatever. So I fell down this rabbit hole about yoga and ended up finding out that we are currently, hi Dream, hi Chosen One. I found out that we're currently in what is known as a Kala Sarpa yoga. Kala, Kala Sarpa, Sarpa yoga. Okay. So Kala actually it means time. Sarpa means serpent or snake. And yoga means union. So I was mind blown, y'all. Because first off, like the serpent is represented in the world card, right? It also is symbolic to the Cancer Leo cusp, right? So there could definitely be something significant that takes place or transpires, or some type of significant like unions or an energetic like merging or coming together that's going to take place around like the Cancer Leo cusp this year. Some of you guys are going to find that like some relationships are regenerated, some like foundations that maybe fell apart in your last tower moment or whatever the case may be, you're going to start to see these structures re-erected around that time, right? So that was the first thing that came through very clearly. The other thing is like that experience that I just had, and I was like, I don't know if it was the beginning of 2020 or 2021. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has felt as though we have been existing in like a time warp. Like, what the fuck? You know, like who can believe that like this pandemic started like 2 years ago? You know what I mean? So it's been feeling kind of like a time warp. But when you think about this concept, Kala Sarpa yoga, and I'm telling you about the serpent, right? That eats its own tail. It's like a regenerative cycle. It happens over and over again, but it also brings in birth. It brings in death and then it ushers in birth, right? Cyclical energy. Well, that's kind of like, I don't know about y'all, but I've been feeling like I'm in this like regenerative cycle. It's like keep having to learn a different level of the lesson, if that makes sense. And every time you get to the end of the lesson, it's like it brings you into a deeper level of enlightenment or understanding or awakening from the level that you just beat, right? New level, new devil. So this Kala Sarpa yoga, I also had read that it often manifests, and this is like quite literally from the site where I read it. It says it often manifests as polarization, imbalance, and also division, which is so funny because now we're getting into yin and yang. We're getting into this like twin flame element. Also, right, the yin yang sign is often associated with peace. So, world peace. Hello. Okay, so I was really, really excited about this energy because it's quite lighthearted in comparison to some of the energies that I was picking up. Now, I went a little bit deeper as to find out, like, well, what changed though? I get it. Like, it's polarization. So, duh, surface level, everything's going to feel lighter that was darker. But the other reason why I'm picking up on it so clearly and energetic like this is because of the nodes, the lunar nodes. So they went into a brief retrograde into Taurus and Scorpio. And I've talked a lot about this. It's come up very strongly throughout the monthly readings. And I think that it's going to continue to show up for like the next 18 months. At least like how I'm saying, you're going to start to see foundations erected from like whatever tower moment. It's like whatever this retrograde brought back up to the surface. Please follow me when I say brought back up, because it is this regenerative. This is stuff that you guys have already felt like you had to face, you had to address, coming back around. Relationships, people, back around. But this time your victory is going to be on a new level. Okay. So I'm excited about that. But back to like the lunar nodes, they are actually going to be transiting into Aries and Libra on, I want to say it's the second week of April. It's sometime around the second week of April. But what I also found out is a week before that, this Kala Sarpa yoga ends. Okay. Now back to like a little bit more about like, what the fuck are you even talking about, Amber, right? Because I'm sure some of y'all are like, what is, girl, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with little boo daddy. I'm trying to tell you, sis, hold on. Back to like what this is. What is this concept? What the hell? What is this whole Kala Sarpa yoga? Well, it's a time, okay, of a regenerative cycle that leads to a union. Okay. So that's this like biggest energy that's coming through. Sorry, some of you guys are sending me stuff while I am texting. So I'm just keeping note of that while Lachelle is keeping note of the questions. For those of you that just came into the room, if you're interested in submitting a question, that information is pinned in the comments. It's also in the description box. And if you're asking me something in the chat, Lachelle is going to answer to the best of her knowledge. Okay. This Kala Sarpa yoga is a time when the two axes, okay, so we were talking about North Node, South Node, they are also known as Rahu and Ketu, okay? In Vedic astrology, Rahu and Ketu are the lunar nodes. The difference between Western astrology and Vedic astrology is that Western astrology is based off of the constellations surrounding the sun. So it's more so based off of your sun sign, right? Whereas Vedic astrology is primarily based on the lunar constellations. So the most important signs are not really your sun sign, but more so your moon sign, because we're driven by our emotions. We are beings and creatures that were created to move and flow with the Evans tide of the ocean, etc. Right? It's science. At the end of the day, it's alchemy. I'm not making this shit up. That's what it is. But also your lagna, which is your rising sign. Okay, so what's on the horizon and what's internal? Well, when you think about that, that is quite literally what the North Node and the South Node are, right? your rising in your moon sign. It's like what's going on outwardly, and how the world is viewing the cycle that you're in, and how you're taking it internally or emotionally. So I want you guys for a moment to think about this on a global level, right? The world is experiencing this on a macro level, and then it's also like trickling or unfolding into like a micro level in your lives. Okay, so they're tied into the common themes for this year that you guys can expect to start to show themselves in April: growth and productivity. Okay, the slowest planets, Saturn, Jupiter, K2, and Rahu, also known as South Node and North Node. All of these four that I just named are going to be changing signs. Okay, so Rahu and K2 are going into Aries and Libra. Jupiter is going to actually, I know in Western astrology, everybody's already been like Pisces and Jupiter into Pisces. No, Jupiter, it does not move into Pisces until the 13th. And it's exalted there, and it's going to be there for a whole 12 months. So this is going to be a really, really auspicious times. I know that this is going to sound so fucking cliche, to live your dreams. I like when I'm talking about dreams knocking on the door. Okay? You wanted to be a dog groomer, somebody show up and was like, "Hey, I was getting rid of some stuff out my backyard. You want these dog clippers?" Yeah. Okay? So be very prepared for that. This Taurus and Scorpio retrograde gave us an opportunity to revisit what drives our stability, our comfort, our structure, our finances, right? Because Taurus is ruling the second house, which is your finances, your assets, credit score, all kinds of things, right? While Scorpio is about sex, death, regeneration, other people's money, but not only other people's money, but things that you inherited from them, right? Like ways of being. There's a book called The Four Agreements, and he talks about, I bring this book up a lot because it's very powerful, but the Four Agreements, in the beginning of it, he talks about domesticated agreements, which they are like agreements that we have with society, with the universe, with life, with the way that we live and interact with individuals within it, based off of things we accepted from our parents. Okay, but when you think about it on a global level, okay, that's what's going on with us right now, right? Like I can definitely resonate with this because like I'm somebody who just purchased a home, right? And so there's an energy of like, okay, well, I know how to do my own thing, right? It's living on my own is not the new thing. This level of sovereignty is what's new. And so I'm kind of like looking around, and it's kind of like, I wonder if I should do this. And there's like this moment of like scratching the head, and you're kind of like, who gonna tell you not to? You know what I mean? That's kind of like that Taurus Scorpio energy. And it's kind of like, my mama ain't here. So go on and put that up right there. Put yes, order the liquor. Yes, right? So it's kind of that energy. But how this is translating to a global level is, think about like what's going on with the government, with world powers, with democracy, right? With even international law. Like we got this crazy ass Putin committing all types of quote unquote war crimes, like all kinds of stuff like that, right? Like we seeing people cross lines that ain't been crossed in centuries, ain't been crossed in decades. And the reason why is because of Rahu, or the South Node, transiting into Aries. Not only is this a new season, I think I also talked to you guys about Aries, like it used to be the beginning of the year. Okay, on the zodiac wheel, it's the beginning. So not only is it already that energy, it already holds that essence, but it's showing up in our destiny, in the North Node, in our soul school, in our life purpose, in our fulfillment. You know what I mean? So it's a brand, is it Miyagi? I don't know if it's Miyagi who like was the student and becomes the teacher. It's very much so an energy like that. Like where all of this time leading up to this, and I think that while another reason why we're experiencing it on a global level is because Saturn is going to end up transiting into Aquarius, which is the humanitarian. So these lessons that we've been feeling as though we've learned alone, learned in quarantine, learned during a pandemic while isolated from friends and family or whatever the case may be, there's kind of like a coming out type of like ceremony, you know what I mean? Like it does feel very much so like rainbows and, you know, like happiness and gaiety. Okay. I don't mean in like with sexuality at all, but I mean like gaiety, like just being free, being happy, being expressive. And I'm in my mind's eye, like literally seeing the hippie movement. Was that back in like the 60s or the 70s at the end of, I want to say it was at the end of was it at the end of the Civil War or something like that? Where that's when hippies would come out in the street with like putting flowers in the rifles and stuff like that. So that's the energy that is like brewing and coming forward, guys. And so I hope I probably sound like way out there, but I did go way the fuck out there to get y'all this information. And that's where I've been at. And y'all, those of you that watch me like on a regular basis, I'm sure y'all probably been kind of looking to the side, like, I don't know, Amber look a little disheveled or she look a little like flustered lately. I'm getting back to myself. But when I tell you I've been out there in the fucking ethers, y'all, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Let me see these comments just a little bit. My North Node is in Libra, so I'm excited to see how this plays out. Kai, for someone like you where the South Node is where the South Node is going to be opposing your North Node placement. So it means that everything that you're looking forward to or moving towards when it comes to your destiny is going to be heavily influenced about your past life. And this could manifest in different ways. It could literally be your past life, and that's going to be based on what you believe in, of course. But like, for example, if you were a mother of 6 in your past life, this time, right? This lifetime, you may not have any children because there were things that you felt as though you couldn't reach or agree to, right? Because we're talking about Libra. So we're talking about agreements, justice, things that you couldn't commit to or agree to because of what happened in your past life. That's what's driving you forward. And that would go for any of you guys. You just have to, you know, take the puzzle pieces and fit your own situation as it applies. Okay. Let's get into these dates. So Saturn and Mars. Saturn and Mars are literally going to be at a planetary war in the sign of Capricorn, 28 degrees on the 4th through the 5th of April. I'm going to say that again. Saturn and Mars are going to be at a planetary war, 28 degrees in Capricorn on the 4th of April and the 5th of April. What does that mean? Saturn being the Lord of discipline, order, structure, anything and everything corporate, anything or everything that is routine, ritualistic, things that we are used to, okay? Things that we do, accept, interact, or act upon with our eyes closed, right? That would be Saturn. Order, okay? Mars, well, Mars is the Lord of War, guys. And we're seeing this play out right now where you have like the rest of the fucking world representing Saturn. And what they're doing is adding restrictions, also known as sanctions, on Putin, which right now he would basically be representation of war or representation of Mars, I mean, right? How he's showing up as the aggressor, et cetera, whatever the case may be. So there is going to be an interesting power struggle or dynamic that takes place around the 4th or the 5th of April, guys. I don't know what this is going to look like. I just was hearing to be mindful of it. I was hearing power struggles, and I was also hearing ego expose, meaning like we're done with the bluff calling. And that could be very scary, just depending on what side the coin lands on. All right. Jupiter into Pisces, 13th of April. Saturn into Aquarius. This takes place on the 28th of April. And Rahu and Ketu will be in Aries and Libra until the day before Halloween of next year. So literally you're going to see like this whimsical, like your dreams coming true type of energy between now all the way up until the day before Halloween next year. For some of you guys, it's going to literally be something that you experienced a restriction with or around Halloween last year, or Scorpio. Last thing, Jupiter and Venus are going to be at a planetary war on the 30th of April. Now, this one is an interesting dynamic too, because Jupiter and Venus are both benefic planets, meaning that their energies, their influence, things of that nature are based on positivity, luck, beauty, harmony, justice, democracy, like those type of things. So they're both very benefic planets. However, it's this planetary war, this like aspect that's taking place is at 3 degrees Pisces, which means that it is literally at the top of the shelf of fucking illusions. I don't know how else to put it, right? It's like an energy of, you see people who like walk into a room and they're like schmoozing each other and they're like, hey, yeah, how you doing? Or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I'm good. Nice to see you. But there's some unspoken subliminals or war about the energy or the situation. We can expect to see that play out on a global level on the 30th of April. But what's interesting, what really, really makes this shit interesting, y'all, is that there's also an eclipse this day. So it's like all of that bluffing I just told y'all a minute ago with the Saturn being at war with Mars too earlier on in the month of April, it's going to come to an end around the 30th of April. So I think that this is going to be a really, really interesting month, guys, on a global level. Just be mindful. The other thing that I was hearing was mindfulness. So please be careful about how much you are consuming the news, the social media, the headlines, this and that. Just be careful. Be very mindful about it. Okay. Otherwise, I'm really excited about the Pisces transit. Everybody's talking about it going into Jupiter, or Jupiter going into Pisces. But what people are not talking about yet, and I think it's just because the transit hasn't taken place, but we're going to start to feel these energies, is that Neptune is actually going to follow Jupiter into Pisces. Okay, so not only is Jupiter exalted in Pisces, very benefic, okay, luck, expansion, everything around dreams. Like if you can dream it, you could fucking have it between now and April 2023. But you do have to put the work in, right? You do have to like kind of sift through what is real and what is not. That's going to be the challenge. That is going to be the growth point in this series of events. But when Neptune moves into Pisces, it's like everything that you did sift through and that you actually like were bold enough to reach for, Neptune is going to make sure that there's a place for it to be set. Love this energy, y'all. This is so beautiful. Okay. Oh my gosh. I didn't do too bad. Well, based on the conversation me and Lachelle had earlier, I did horrible, but I didn't do too bad. I really needed to tell y'all about what's going on in the planets, because I think that it'll help you to kind of understand some of the frustrations, some of the interactions that you're having with people, things that are going on at work, home, all that good stuff. All right. So let's get into the collective energy very briefly, and then I want to get into the questions. And I did order dinner, y'all, and I don't know when they gonna knock on my door, so I might have to open the door in a minute. Okay, Spirit, Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my beloved ancestors, thank you for allowing me to be the vessel, to be here with this beautiful group of people. Please allow me to channel the messages that are most important and for the highest good of the people that are currently here and might stumble into the room before this reading is over. Only you all are welcome here to utilize me as a vessel, and please protect me from anybody's meddling ancestors. Only y'all are welcome here. Let's get that out the way. Some of y'all ancestors be on me. What is the collective energy here, Spirit? Tell me more about the phase that we are in. The answers you need are coming. Yes, full moon in Gemini. I'm so fucking here for this. Oh, this is like a, if you've been wanting to think, like not wanting to think something like, yeah, I would think, yeah, I said what I said. I said what I said. If you've been wanting to think one way or another about a person, about a belief system that you have, about a habit, about a tendency, a personality, any fucking thing, right? You've been wanting to think one way or another about it, but something about your immediate environment has either colluded your thought process, okay, interrupted you getting to that end thought, that end conclusion, okay, or there's an energy of you have been wanting to think or come to a conclusion about something, but as you're developing your thoughts or your ideas about how you feel about this person, thing, place, circumstance, or whatever, things have been constantly shifting and changing around you in your environment, and also influencing how you think, how you thought about something. I hope y'all are following me. This is pretty intricate. Okay, so I like this full moon energy in Gemini because whatever you, it's like this. It's like, you know, that you have like a light bulb. You had a concept, you had an idea. You had an idea about a relationship. You had an idea about a new career. You had an idea about going back to school, whatever it is, right? You had an idea a long time ago, right? Because now we're going back. Remember all that I said in the beginning of this reading, because it's going to tie in. The light bulb used to be on and functioning back there, okay? Whatever you went through, for some of y'all could be in a Saturn return, or it could be your Venus, like whatever it is. Now that you've come to the place that you're in, you noticed that the light went off. That at some point in your journey, in your path, you lost sight. Right? Going back to what I said, it's an energy of like, I wanted to be a veterinarian. How in the fuck did I end up building houses? Okay. I wanted to be a teacher. I have no idea how I ended up being a fitness trainer. Like that, it's that energy, right? Or I had an idea of what my husband or my wife would look like. How did I end up with you? Okay. It's like, even like looking at your kids, and it's like, I thought that I was raising mannerable members to enter society. Who the y'all? Y'all. So it's like this energy of like, you know, you wanted to think one way about something. And so you went about it because you originally had this bright idea, or your light bulb was on. You had clarity. You could see. And then somewhere along the lines, everything went, no pun intended, haywire. Okay. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye the collective looking through different wiring and stuff like that and trying to figure out which wiring ties back to the original idea, the original principles, the original values. Wholesomeness is what it feels like the collective is going to be seeking, searching, seeding, cultivating in this new transit. Okay. So anyway, you wanted to think some way about something, and then now you realize, oh, what the fuck was I even thinking about? Right? Why is the lights off in here? Why is it dark? You know what I mean? So now you're going, when I'm seeing this person or group or whatever, like going through these wires, they're coming through, or they're seeming like avenues of life. You know what I mean? It's like different routes that you could have taken to get to your ultimate destination. And thus you did try some of these routes, but some of them ended being, they were dead ends. I'm sorry. Let me check out some of these comments just a little bit. Okay. And so anyway, this energy, this like Aries in the North Node, this fresh start to a new destiny, to a new path. This full moon in Gemini, it's an energy of not only like finding the wiring or the connections, thank you, Spirit, the network, the connections that you need in order to get back on the path, get back on purpose, to get back like in the light. For those of you who might have even just veered off a little bit, like sexually, veered off spiritually, or whatever it is, in the process of doing that, it's so, oh my God, this is so fucking complex. It's like you're in your head, right? Like, and it's crazy because these are the twins, right? So you're in your head and you're looking for this like wiring or this light so that your external self can see clearly where you guys are heading. And in the process of you doing that, you discover an internal light. And it's like everything that you thought you knew, out the fucking door. This, y'all, this is the fresh start of fresh starts. I could cry with joy. Like, it's going to be so amazing. Okay, so the other thing about Gemini is that it rules the immediate environment, right? So it's not just like, okay, I'm about to get these kids in order. Y'all need new bedtimes. No, I'm clearing all of the sugar out the cabinets. Y'all be too hyped up in my house. Like, whatever it is, right? You know what? I'm gonna give my relationship a chance. I'm gonna organize date night. I'm gonna give an initiative, or whatever the case may be. It's like you feel as though you're taking this last ditch effort to turning the light on. But it's bigger than that. It's some sense of internal illumination. Oh my gosh. It's like the anatomy of self. It's like learning the anatomy of self. Like, that's where this node transit is going. Okay. Anyway, externally, we have new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. And so this is actually tying right into like this self illumination, being more like out loud, being seen and glowing even in the darkest places, in the darkest times, because it's coming from the inside. I hope that's making sense. Okay, let's see what is in between this energy, because I was called to go to the beach at the spring equinox to hit the reset button. Yes. Kai, we'll get into that. Email me. I'd love to talk to you more about the equinox. Because I found something out. That's crazy. Look, it's like I can't even deny it. In this, it represents kind of like an equinox transit, right? Because we're looking at winter on one side, we're looking at summer on the other, and we're right here dead smack in the center where we have spring. There's something brand new. But what exactly is it a reflection of? It's a reflection of the fall. Or y'all, it's like we can only appreciate spring anyway because everything was barren back there. That's this energy. So what you have in between this is trust that you're protected with everything that's going on in the world, in the economy, at home, with friends, with family members, assets, things of that nature. Please do trust that there's something that was rising or bubbling below the surface. It's giving birth to something brand new. A lot of you guys are going to be experiencing this in your home life. I'll be honest with you. I kept picking up an energy too of, okay, like that Saturn Mars at war placement. I feel like what it's going to do is it's going to end up resulting in some type of reparation or reward. But it's to the masses. I don't really know what that means. It's too big of an energy for me to process at this time. But anyway, so sovereignty. Okay, you have trust here. This is a number 5. So it's like quite literally this is the change. When you think about Gemini and Leo, I mean, both of them are pretty social creatures. They're both pretty like they communicate or whatever, just depending on the wind. Okay. But otherwise, Gemini is more so intellectual. It's more of an internalized process of emotions versus Leo is more of an external exhibition of whatever was processed, if that makes sense. So there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of fast moving. There's a lot of fiery energy. We're already going into Aries season. People already feel like fired up, regenerated. They feel fresh, right? It's spring. It's beautiful outside. Like it's really, really hard. This is when like even insects, right, are outside mating. The birds are mating. It's love in the air. Like it just is naturally a refreshing time. But y'all, this is going to be on like steroids because of the North Node moving into Aries. It's like all of those wires that you thought were dead ends and you didn't understand why, like, why is this here? You thought you were trying to wire yourself to an idea or to a concept, in this whole fucking time, you were wiring an idea to you. And just to like interject really quickly, that's why I like when I was discovering all of this, I was like, oh no, we got to do life purpose readings and we're going to talk about cracking. Oh my God. Cracked open. And literally that's the coupon code for y'all to book these personal readings. And this is what I was seeing. It was like an energy of like, we all started off in this egg, right? We all started off in the womb, or even deeper than that. We all started off in the heavens and we came down here for a purpose, for a reason. Y'all just kicking it and hanging out around for free? No, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, these life purpose readings, I feel like I'm going to be able to see clearly like what your DNA or like what the anatomy is of self. That's the goal of these readings, these life purpose readings. So anyway, I'm excited about that because I can like, the energy is like, woo, I can feel it. Okay. So let me get the planetary influence first for the collective. Why is this showing up here? Chiron, healing, which has also been in Aries. Oh my God. And then even if you don't have an Aries placement, probably everybody in this room would benefit from watching the annual forecast for Aries. But when you watch it, you have to like look at it in a global sense. Don't take everything so personal, but yeah. I want to say it's titled Look at You Healing and Shit or something like that. This is coming through big. This Chiron energy, I want to say, was in Pisces first, then retrograded, or vice versa. It was in Aries, then it retrograded to Pisces, and then now I would like to say it moved back into Aries. But guess what? When it makes its next transit, which would be into Taurus, it's going to be an actualization of your healing efforts. So I'm telling y'all, like when I say this is all cascading in, This is really, really amazing. And then you still have Leo and Lover here externally. That's coming out here with Uranus, which is Taurus. That's Taurus energy. So I know this is happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on for just a second, y'all. I think my food is sitting outside. Y'all be trying to make me miss dinner. I ain't having none of that tonight. I'm not having none of that tonight. No. Dang, a girl can't get a bra or nothing. Oh, that's so funny. Hold on, y'all. Okay, because that was right on time. I'm sorry if some of y'all left the room. Goodbye. I don't care. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about Chiron. Tell me more about this bigger picture for the collective energy, please. Balance. Yes. Oh my God. And it's coming out again, Kai. So this is the representation of the equinox. We have balance here. And this is what I'm saying with like that, again, going back to like that Saturn and Mars. Yes, there's like a planetary war going on, but how we can see that down below is like all of your efforts, all of your actions that you took. You may have, a lot of us have felt like, dang, this ain't working. I done went this route. That's not working. Going back to like trying to turn on this light. That's all coming into balance. Hermit mode is real. We hear them foot sliding on the tour. Yes, girl. Gotta have them flip-flops nearby. I might have to hit the door real quick. I ain't going for it though. Is it me or is the food not the same? Side note. Is that a green juice? Yes, it is pineapple juice, ginger juice, orange juice, and it has spinach, spirulina, and kale in it. Okay. So you have balance here, okay? And the other card that's coming out externally is worthiness. Look at this, y'all. Heavy is the crown is something that I always say. This is a big karmic redemption. Okay? It's like all of the karmic debts, they seem to like be coming into some type of balancing. And it feels like I don't know. I would have to look at what the historical conjunction, when the last like historical, when was the last time that like Saturn and Mars were sitting at this like opposition with one another? I would be interested to know what was the date on the calendar and what historical events happened, because I feel like it's going to be some type of repetition or repetition. There's a repetition of history. But we are the heirs. If that makes any sense. It's like wherever we like maybe got sidetracked, like, okay, if we think about this, like with the United States, okay, we think about the Declaration of Independence, and we could talk about like the amendments and things of that nature and the preamble and how the founding fathers, they originally said, we the people, the dream of America was to be inclusive, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we have, honey, we done veered way left. You feel me? Lights off in it be, okay? I don't know this is not what they talked about. I'm sure this is not what they talked about, okay? So, but we've been doing those things. We've been operating within this ecosystem, domesticated agreements, right? Those are agreements, rules, laws, things that we inherited. There's about to be a change for the better, but it is definitely influenced from the past, from past royalty, right? When we think about Aries is the emperor. So like Yeah, there's a transition of power, and this gonna happen like in your social circles. It's gonna happen at work. This is gonna happen. I'm not playing, y'all. You're gonna see this in your churches. This gonna be an energy where like people's pastors are stepping down, and like their son or their daughter is now becoming a pastor or something like that. Like we're gonna see definitely first a balancing act for the collective, and then we will see a transition of power. But like nothing has worked out for 3 years now. Listen, it has been feeling like dog chasing tail, which again is kind of the same energy that shows up with the snake. Oh my God, I forgot about this, y'all. So at the last minute, I have decided to take these cards out for anybody who had asked for like clarification about a love situation. And so I was looking at this card when I was sitting here learning about the Kala Sarpa yoga, and it was talking about time serpent union. Well, look at this. It's the twins. They're literally in union, and they're wrapped up in a serpent and a snake. Yeah. Okay. All right. Spirit, tell me a little bit more about this situation for the collective. What does this look like? As above, so below. What is this going to look like? The Hangman. Yes, all of the things that were delayed, you're now on top of them. In fact, you have to make a decision as to if you're going to continue to cling to these things. Are you going to be moving into a new horizon, a new destiny? There's a coming out of the cave type energy. 12th house, this is Pisces, but also this is an end of an era. This is an end of an era. Look, Judgment. It's an end of an era. For sure. Look, it's time. The Hermit and the Emperor. Well, look, there go. Where he at? Where Father Time at? Oh, look, he's showing up over here with the Emperors. Y'all can't see him real good, but he there. Look at the Father Time. It's like he's bowing on time. He's giving his it's like gratitude, like, you know what, this was time well spent. Like that's the energy. This pause was worth the wait. I'm glad I surrendered, to everything or whatever the case may be. Now I have the courage, the power, the freedom to move forward towards what it is that I want and I desire. Whatever it is that you've been dreaming or imagining about. 12th house energy here with the Hangman. Okay. What are the other messages here? Main male. Externally, I knew it. In my mind, I was like, the main female gonna come out even better. This is that Kala Sarpa yoga. Y'all, you did not just say that. I literally said, well, out the beach from this day forward, I will never be the same. No, none of us will ever, never be the same. None of us. None of us. This is amazing. What the y'all? Listen, I am here for this, for the collective. Okay. Let me just get one more card for the collective, and I'm gonna get into the questions. Okay. Lachelle, I did receive Sierra. I want to say she was the first person through the door. I received her payment already. I don't know if you could prepare to give me her question. Cheer up. Live in the moment. Yes, this is so beautiful. And then this is a representation of the underworld, right? Feeling beneath your feelings, feeling under the weather. Look at her coming up to the surface. And that's what I was telling y'all from the very beginning. There's something that's been bubbling up to the surface, going back to like the Kala Sarpa yoga. It creating some type of imbalance so that inadvertently, shout out to Trump, fucked around and made America great again inadvertently. Oh my God, wait, but you want to know who said that? Jadena. I don't know what's going on with this man. It must be something like major or special. He's probably about to, I don't know if he's about to hit some type of headlines or something, but I cannot stop channeling Jadena's energy. I mean, he's coming through the music. I didn't even mean to even quote him just now, but he's literally, he is literally, I told 2 people that in 2 days. Like, he literally said that at the beginning of when he became president or whatever. He said he gonna make America great again inadvertently. And you know, Trump would just be a rep. This is not a political channel, let me throw that out there. I don't really fuck with none of them, but anyway, um Trump, it would more so be a representation of an energy, y'all. We all just flesh and blood walking around representing energies. Putin, the same. I would err on the side that he's filled up with Mars energy right now, literally walking, breathing, Lord of War right now. You know what I mean? So it's just, this is really interesting. I'm really excited for where this is headed, but I would like to say that I even told y'all that earlier in the year, last year or something. I want to say it could have been the April reading. Actually, some of y'all might want to go back and watch the April reading from last year. I think that I told y'all when Jupiter makes this transit, it's going to be something so redeeming. It's like humanitarian redemption. It's something that I cannot put words to. I think it's something that I never have experienced in all of my life. I don't think all of y'all have experienced. I don't even know that the way this is going to be when we're finished. I don't know if there's anything like it in the fucking history books. They will be rewriting history after this. Sorry for the oracle living in the moment. Okay, so let me open up this form on my side too. I know Lachelle got my bag, but it's helpful if I'm looking at this as well. Oops. Okay, Sierra. You know what? Let me leave these cards out here for the collective, actually, because I feel like it's some of the stuff. It always works that way. That some of the stuff that you guys are asking about on the personal level ends up being a message for everybody in the group. So let me keep these out here. Sierra, you in the room? Are you there? What's the biggest takeaway from recent experiences, and what is next in regards to love? What's the biggest takeaway from recent experiences, and what is next with divine partner? Okay. So recent experiences, I would like to use these. Spirit, what's the message for her in terms of recent experiences, what her takeaway was, what she learned, a lesson she might have overlooked? Stepping into power. I felt that when it came out, Sierra. It says you are strong beyond measure. Absolutely. You've been tested here. And if I could be real with you, everything I just described to the collective in your past life, I feel like you took on more of a meek position or role in your life and your destiny. Whether it's like in parenting or whatever the case may be, it was just more so like a submissive or a more meek, very like soft spoken. And I feel like you entered into this lifetime that way until most recently. You're stepping into power. You're being, oh my God. This is what I'm talking about, where it's like this whole time you felt like you was in the dark and you was looking for a light bulb for this lantern. But like for real, you are the whole lantern, the whole light. Like, come on. Externally, you have miracles here. It says, expect the wondrous to emerge. And I honestly feel like Your confidence was most recently boosted, or it will be boosted here very soon, because there's something that you actually can visibly, tangibly see as proof that you are stepping into power. Rather, this is at work, some type of promotion that you wanted. I honestly think that you're gonna be, girl, you have you have narrow pathway. It says tread thoughtfully, and this is interesting because I feel like now this is almost like it's for you, but it's also a collective. How I told you guys, there is gonna be some like stuff going on in the heavens, in the skies. We need to be mindful of it, okay? But the beautiful thing about this card and this energy is that the bridge is going over the valley. There aren't going to be any low dips, okay, in this journey that you're trekking on, Ciara. There will not be any low valleys. I know that's what you're used to, but there's not going to be. Look at this, even in this card, in the flow. Look at you. Look, I didn't even realize her sitting there. It looked like Mrs. Santa Claus or something, but baby, she floating. Okay, I'm here for this. That's beautiful. All right. Tell me a little bit more about this energy for her, Spirit, stepping into power. What type of power is it that she is stepping into? Go with the flow. So you have that here twice. You have in the flow, which it says everything is smooth sailing. And then you have go with the flow, let things happen. You know, I can relate to this as well, where you might find yourself, you could have a strong placement of Gemini. You could find yourself going back and forth. You could find yourself going back and forth. Ashley, if you're in the room, I got your email. I'll read it in just a second. And if I don't, remind me, because I just seen it come across, but I don't want to be sidetracked. Sierra, you might go back and forth between being submissive, kind of hanging in the shadows, following, not being a follower, but being capable of following. Although deep down inside, there's like this burn, this urge or whatever to lead. Okay. And I feel like most recently or in the near future, you're going to step into there's going to be an opportunity where you don't really have any choice. There's a rising to an occasion type of energy. And I feel like that's what you've experienced up until this point, where it's kind of been like impromptu, like, oh my God, okay, I got this. Okay, sure. Yep. You over here. You know what I mean? Like you've had to, yeah, you've had to rise to the occasion in many aspects of your life. Where now we're coming into a point where it would be foolish for you to step into a room and pretend as though you can submit. You're here to lead. Okay. Period. Okay, and then your second question was, what's next in regards to love with the divine life partner? What's the message in regards to love for her? Worth waiting for. Oh my gosh. Very, very beautiful. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Romantic feelings here externally. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring, but you have unrequited love here and make the effort. I do feel like you're going to be in separation with this person a little while longer. They got some shit they need to get together. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. I feel like the ancestors are irritated. Tell me more about worth waiting for. Yeah, see, 8 of Cups is coming out as an issue. Their ancestors are like agitated, irritated about this person not walking away from something that doesn't serve them. So as though they're waiting on some type of tower moment. I think you're going to hear from this person by surprise. They're going to catch you off guard. What is this person's intentions towards her in the near future? The Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like they have some type of solid, sturdy offer. I did tell you guys that the theme of this year is growth and productivity. So I don't feel like this is like some, proposal, let's get married or anything like that. But this could definitely be, it's like a slow and steady devotion. Okay, is what I'm getting. Slow and steady devotion is what you can expect here. Yeah. 6 of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. You're definitely headed to something committed with this person, but it's going to take some time. Okay. All right. Hopefully that answered your question. I have Deslin Peters. I'm sorry. I should not have like said your whole last name. I'm so sorry, Deslin. I'm so sorry. Dream Lush Magic. Dream Lush Magic. Are you here? The chosen one, please get with Lachelle. I don't know if you've submitted questions or anything like that. Deslin, are you here? Are you here, Deslin? All right, cool. You asked. Oh, that must have been why I put your last. My ancestors is coming through with all the fuck shit. Excuse me, YouTube. But that must have been why I said your last name out loud like that, because you're on the way to it not being your last name no more. Your first question here is, when will the divorce be finalized? Soon, girl. Because honestly, and as I'm repeating myself now, I'm literally hearing a judge call you that for the last time. I don't know when your birthday is, but it feels like it could be significant. Possibly in the next 9 weeks, 9 months. This is spring still. Alexa, when is spring over?
In the United States, spring ends on Tuesday, June 21st, which is 88 days away.
88 days away. Sometime in June could be it's 6:34 too on the clock, which is like June, right? June 7th. What did she say? Did she say June 4th? Okay, well, it's like June is 6. 3 plus 4, that's 7. So the 7th of June or something like that, or 6 to 7. I don't know. It feels like the end of spring. (1021). This is really interesting too, that that timeline is coming up when I was talking about Jupiter and Venus, right? Being at some type of planetary war. There could be some type of significant shift in your proceedings or your divorce filings or something like that. Something unexpected could happen. This could be I don't want to like make you like all weirded out or disappointed, but this could be something weird, like because there's an eclipse at the same time that this is happening. This could be like somebody tells you, like, you know what, everything looks good. We'll probably be done by the last week of April or the last day of April. And then that last week or the last day of April, with this eclipse energy and with Jupiter and Venus being at war, it's like the lawyer calling you and saying, hey, you forgot to sign this page, or your husband forgot to submit this document. It's going to be another 3 weeks, or it's like something like that. So I feel like they're telling me, yeah, see, Ace of Wands, but it's coming out as an issue. I feel like they're telling me to tell you that so that you can prepare yourself emotionally. Like, you should, like, legitimately, sis, you should be fucking unfazed when you get that call, email, message, because I already told you that I'm seeing the end of spring. Yeah, look. Well, I'm looking at this would be backwards. This is how I'm looking at it. It's the Knight of Swords with the Hierophant. See, if there's some type of like communication or message going back and forth, like with the judge or something like that. Hierophant, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. I would not do anything desperate if I were you. I don't know what your living situation is right now. It seems like it's very much so affected, influenced, or tied into this marriage that you are trying to currently free yourself of. Feels like you really, really, really want to get out of this house, away from this person. I feel like you're possibly dealing with someone who has a lot of infidelity, cheating, things of that nature, very flirty. I don't know why I get like Scorpio. This could be someone who's a Sagittarius, but they're on like Scorpio Sag cusp, or they have a significant placement of Sagittarius, Scorpio cusp anywhere else in their chart. Like they could be a moon in Sag, but if you look in Vedic astrology, they're actually a moon in Scorpio or something like that. But there's something about that Sag Scorpio cusp that is negatively aspecting or influencing this person's relationships, commitments, honesty, loyalty, etc. I guess the other way that I'm trying to put this is don't take it personal. Tell me about this divorce being finalized. Tell me one more thing about this. Page of Wands. This still feels like, looks like spring. It looks like it could be, look, you got the spring flowers here, but now all of this is almost clearing up as if it's almost summer. That would be June. Ace of Cups is representation of the summer. Baby, this gonna be a hot girl summer. Listen, this gonna be a hot girl summer. Do you feel me? Yes, this celebration, this drink you can't wait to have with your friends, is coming in the summer. Okay. I don't know if there's like some type of, yes, look, I know, look, this card literally says certificate of divorce, 9 of Cups. What is 9 weeks from now anyway? Because that's what I said before I even asked Alexa. Let me see. I don't really need these cards, y'all. They for y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, what was that? 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't even make this shit up, y'all. Look, that's May 26th. So that might be like when you get the message and they're like, hey, next week's a go, green light next week. I'm telling you, June, and I want to hear all about it. And I need to know where the hot girl summer gonna be at. Okay, sis? Because you clearly about to be free. Okay, and you asked when will your finances be improving? Let's look into that. Don't want to use these for that. Where the other deck go? Tell me about the change in her finances. When can she expect this? The energy is gaining momentum. Oh, okay. So possibly like in another 30 days. This is interesting because I feel like you're going to end up having a disappointment about the papers or proceedings or some type of delay. And that same week, you're going to get some type of, depending on how you react, I feel like you're going to get some type of rewarding information as well. At the same time, this is what I'm talking about with this 30th of April, when this eclipse come in with, it's just a weird energy because Jupiter and Venus are typically giving, benevolent or whatever. It's like you do get something, but it's like some odd, weird ass grab bag gift. But whatever it is, like, don't, just be careful, be grateful, express gratitude immediately because the universe is testing you before they actually bring in something much more powerful. See, this energy is gaining momentum. The partial eclipse is on the 30th, but the full eclipse is on the 15th of May. So I honestly, I could confidently say that by the second week of May, your finances are going to be completely turned around. Yeah. Look at the bigger picture. There are some things that are still developing and changing. And if I could be real with you, I don't want to get all up in your business, but I feel like the reason why you're going to experience this delay in this way is because your husband might have some type of plan or something where he think he gonna pay you less alimony or spousal support or something like that. So maybe he's been slacking at work, maybe not earning. I don't know. It feels like they may that maybe they like this person does something that's commission oriented or something like that. And so they've been lazy and slacking at work, not making commissions, not making bonuses, they just not giving no fucking effort because they don't want to pay those things towards you. I feel like they gonna be thinking in their head like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be good by the end of April. In fact, I pick up that this person may have already committed, signed some type of agreement. Look, that's this balance and justice coming in. It feels like this person may have already even signed an agreement, like to start a job on the 1st of June or get a pay raise on 1st. Yes, we need a raise because I'm still the wife today. That's this vibe. So and that's so funny because you put the cake, you gonna have your cake and you gonna eat it too. All right, so let's get into the next question. I hope that answers your question. Renata, what up, baby? What up, Nadia? Let me see what your topic is. Finances. I should have known, girl. You don't be playing. You gotta have some strong placement in Capricorn or something, because I mean, you be in that bag. I don't care if you like me, sis. What about them presidents? Could you tell me about my relationship with the presidents, the dead ones? Tell me, girl. I ain't even mad at that. Faraway places, it says get ready for new horizons. There's some type of career change, and that's interesting because I glanced at your question very briefly. It feels like it will require you to move, traveling lightly. I don't feel like this is like big move or big travel. I think that you definitely, I just heard you. You were like thinking to yourself, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not leaving my business endeavor that I started. Listen to me, sis. You got miracles coming out here. I just seen protected a moment ago. Something about the way that it's orchestrated or whatever, you're going to be just fine. Okay. Look. Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. You're gonna be just you'll be just fine. I feel like what you are more so concerned about is this business endeavor that you already have like in motion. I feel like right now you have a team or a group of people that you don't necessarily, not that you don't trust them. Like, I don't really think that you have anybody around you who you feel like is going to steal from you or anything like that. But just, it's kind of, if I could be straightforward and blunt, sis, it's giving OCD. It's giving OCD. It's giving like the people that are going to be around you when you get this opportunity and you have to leave or put some distance between you and your small business endeavor or whatever. When that time comes, the people that are in place and in position can handle the task. Look, surrendering to the journey. And then you have a wise leader. That is a part of leading. That is a part of leading. Trusting enough that your leadership has been embedded deep enough that you can walk away. I feel like you're struggling with that right now. Anybody that you're in question of, they're not, I don't think they're not going to be around when this opportunity comes about. All right, so let's see. What's the energy of this interview that she has coming up next week? What's the energy of this interview that she has coming up? It will take a while for them to respond. You may get discouraged and like think that you didn't get the job. Like they might say, okay, well, we'll make a decision in 2 to 4 weeks. And then 2 weeks pass, and then 4 weeks pass, and then It might even be 6 weeks that pass, and then you like almost like, I didn't get that job. So you end up getting like back into something completely, or devoted, or it's something about like, I hear you dialed in. I don't know if there's something that you do on the phones, you get back to doing that on the phones or something like that. And then when you least expect it, you're going to get some type of call. This may come in overnight. You might like wake up to some type of email or something of that nature. You know, the presence of this fire here kind of gives me an energy where you like wake up to, not only could this like, yeah, look, wandering path here as I'm saying that, this is bigger than like you wake up to an email that says, congratulations, we decided to move forward with your application. Like, this is bigger than that. This is an energy of like, you get that email, and then when you look at the second email, like you got credentials, logins, like baby hired. That's what I'm seeing here. But it may happen like it takes so long and then it happens so fast, right? Don't forget what I told you guys about in the month of April. The slowest moving planets are changing signs. Imagine that. I know some of y'all got a child that it don't matter how much time you give them to get out the door, they don't make it to the car when everybody else is ready to leave. That's like the best way to describe how it's gonna feel when Saturn, Jupiter, the North Node and the South Node start to make these transits. It's like, come on. I got the car running. I don't know if y'all ever seen that old IKEA commercial where she be like, start the car. It's like she finds something that's on sale. She gotta have it. She like, get the kids in the car, start the car. I'm coming in hot. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy. But what else is so funny about the what else is so funny about the commercial is that I would like to say, if I remember correctly, is she driving a minivan? It's like, start the car, baby. We're not gonna burn off and burn out or go nowhere in this minivan any fucking way. Like, we gonna get there with the rest of the soccer team anyway. Chill. You know, like, anyway, that's the vibe, okay? Where it's like it takes so long until all of a sudden they're like, okay, hurry up. And you like, okay, you jump into action and the van pulls up and you like, this what I'm gonna be doing? Oh, this is chill. This is laid back. I could literally watch my team on the camera while they at the over there running my business. I can sit here and run. It's gonna be clutch. Okay. Any other energies that I see coming up for you? What's the message, Spirit? Awakening, energetic upgrades. Look, lie back and relax. For real, you're being carried. A new way of being, integration. This is definitely an energy of you relinquishing control. Okay. Externally, sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion. It says priestess, mystic, and teacher. And I'm telling you, this is an energy of you being uplifted and removed away from a foundation that you've already built. Not only have you built it, but it's solid. You have the 4 wands here, but you also now are seeing these 2 new wands emerge. What is its representation of success? You're awakening to this success, and this is a collective energy again, where it's kind of like, oh, I woke up like this. Yeah, I woke up like this. This is not my first rodeo. Oh, y'all said we need to sanitize. I got that. I do that good. Not just kidding, but that's the energy, you know? Like, I feel like that's how the collective is going to start to like walk. Yes, like walk and move through life, you know? So, okay. What did Lachelle say? Cynthia has one question. Interview on 331. Am I wasting my time trying to transfer out of my current position? That's such a loaded question. I have such a simple answer before I even touch any of these cards. Yes and no. And I want to address it the direct like this, Cynthia, because you asked the question that I feel like was posed for the collective. She said, am I wasting my time trying? Yes. To transfer out of my current position? No. Y'all don't miss it now. Am I wasting my time trying over there? Hell yeah. Should you be trying to transfer into another position? Absolutely, you should. It's just not the position you think it is. So let's get into it, Cynthia. Everything is working in favor. I've been practicing daily not to waver my faith. Absolutely not. And you listen, Yvette, you are not the only one. I know y'all think I'm some like super natural spiritualist sage, but I'm a humanist. What? Yeah, I'm so human too. Okay. I'm just an open vessel. And so I access God like gifts because I allow God to access me. Otherwise, I have real conversations with him like, God, what was you doing with this? What do you want me to do with this? Who do you think I am, Moses? Look, listen, I talk to God and listen, we right here. What am I supposed to do with this, God? You know I live down here on earth. You know dollars spend down here, right? How do you expect for me to get there and do that alone? Bring in the cavalry. Okay? So yes, everything is happening in divine timing. Everything is as it should be. I mean, you could literally look into the stars and his perfect design of the stars. It's a whole system up there moving around on a schedule, shifting, changing energies, influencing us, influencing social societies, influencing emotions, influencing politics, democracy, whatever. So I don't know. Look, y'all, it's faith. I can't make this up. You know, I'm one of those people where, you know, good luck discouraging me. Good luck. I hope you got you a life supply of coffee, blood, and mental health assistance. Because I'm not finna play with y'all. God said I'm going over there. And you can stand in the way, you can stand in the side, the above, you can ambush from the left or the right. I'm going over there. It's not up for discussion. I'm going. I'm going to fight you tooth and nail to get to my fucking purpose. Bottom line. And all of that, oh, this is not working out. This must not be the path. No, this is not the way to the path. This is not the way to the destination. I'm still going over there. You know what I mean? So, and it's funny because that's kind of that's this energy coming back up for the collective, right? And it's kind of like everybody can see you. There is this perception of being like vulnerable, being weak, being easily accessed. Oh no, it appears that way. No, it looks that way. Like I think I said something earlier in the Capricorn reading. I was having a conversation with my neighbor or whatever, and it felt like it was relatable to the reading. So I brought it up. And one of the subbies was concerned. She's like, wait, how does your neighbor even know that you don't go nowhere? And I could see why she would be concerned about me because, yeah, like he watching you or whatever the case may be. Yeah, he is watching me. He watching me day and night outside and stuff in my garden with my pistol on my hip, right? And so, I mean, somebody from the outside looking in might think to themselves, like, what's she going to do with that pistol? Come in here and see. Come in here and see. Come up in here. Because what you see, I could promise you, right? This is also this like Pisces elusive energy. Because I promise what you see ain't it. I promise what you think ain't that, baby. Listen to me. Somebody come up in here, somebody cross my spiritual boundaries or my physical ones, baby, I'm gonna blow their ass all the way back out there to the street with that shotgun. Sovereignty coming out here. Okay. Yes. Very spiritual, very faithful, and dangerous as fuck. Try me. Aries, come through here. Okay. That's that Pisces. Look, Pisces, Aries, come in here and find out. Come in here and find out. I dare you. Okay. Tell me one more thing about this energy coming in for her. Originality. It says to blaze your own trail. It says to blaze your own trail. Okay, Hannah, you feel me? Fuck around and find out. Okay. But yes, blazing your own trail, my love. But it's really interesting because this trail that you're blazing, like she looks like she's walking on water. So there is this miraculous type energy. Like it's like an energy you find out last minute you're gonna have this job, and then it's right. It ends up being like it feels like it's pressure. It feels like you're not gonna meet a deadline that you already committed to over here. But there's enough time for you to do it all. And you're building some type of like, it's like you're laying the pavement anyway, so that you'll be able to walk back across this bridge if you want to, if you decide. Okay. Wow. And then you have enlightenment. I love this. Okay. Let's get into the next question. I don't even know if Lachelle stopped accepting questions. I'm definitely not accepting anymore at this time. I have 4 out of 7 here, Lachelle. Does that sound right? Let me know. Cynthia, I didn't even answer your question. I got sidebar. I was in between your energy and Nadia's energy still. I feel like you guys probably have some type of commonality right now. So I'm sorry. Let me go back to address this energy for Cynthia. You know, like with this collective energy, you're gonna find out that you are going to be leaving. I don't know. I'm so like hesitant to say industry, but that's really what it feels like, Cynthia. It feels like you're not only going to be transferring, you might be very successful at transferring into a new department or position. Look, that happened to me. When I first signed up for this property management job, y'all, first off, when I first got here to Arizona, I came here, I had money in my pocket, sure. I had, had a car. We were okay. We were fine, but I stayed with family members for, I want to say like 21 to like 30 days. That was so hard. It was so rough living with my brother. Shout out to my brother. Ever want to live with you again. But anyway, I stayed with him and I started to get really, really frustrated. And I applied for a job. And when I got the call for the job, she was like, well, can you come and interview tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. That drive, y'all. First off, from where my brother was, I had to drive 35 minutes in one direction to my sister's house. My niece was going to babysit Gracie. And then from my sister's house, I had to drive the whole range of the mountain. Listen to me, y'all. I had to drive the whole range of the mountains. They gave me the scenic route. They wanted me to see it all, the whole process. Okay, listen to me, Cynthia. I had to drive the scenic route all the way there. I would like to say that my drive there was like an hour and 20 minutes, creepy crawly traffic, the dead of summer. It was like August, middle August, end of August in Arizona. It had to be upwards of 115 degrees. I'm sitting in the car. I mean, you can only take so much of the AC before you like just feel like dried out. You want some fresh. I mean, y'all made it all the way there. I'm nervous in my head because I'm like, fuck, I gotta pay the babysitter. I'm about to take this long drive. That's a lot of gas money. Nervous, right? I got hired 3 weeks after that or something like that. I got hired 3 weeks, but I expected a call back the next week. It took them a long ass time. They finally called me. I got the job. I was only wanting to be a part-time leasing agent because I never wanted to deviate from the channel. I always wanted to still do readings, right? I just needed enough money on paper to go apply for a new apartment, whatever. Well, I would like to say that I was the part-time leasing agent for all of like 30 days. And then all of a sudden, because of my performance, they were like, can we make you full-time? And I was like, okay. Not only that, but the same day I got hired, I also got keys to my apartment. So I went from being homeless and jobless to over fucking night hired in brand new apartment. I got my hours like increased like within the next like 30 days. That means that came with health insurance, that came with, you know, all of the benefits, all the perks, right? I would like to say maybe in the next 4 months after that, I got promoted to assistant manager. I want to say in the next like 6 to 8 months after that, I was running the property. So y'all, when I tell you like something will change overnight, but all of that happened and transpired. And in the meantime, guess what was dwindling? My channel. I don't know yet what skill set, level, whatever I just learned from that situation that's going to apply into the future. But I do know that that was a pit stop. And look where we are here on the channel full time. Okay. So, Cynthia, there's something about you transferring, yes, within the same job to a new position. Sure, it's going to be short lived. And I would really recommend that you pay close attention because you're only supposed to be there to learn a lesson, to pick up some new skills, get you a couple bonuses, couple perks, and then you got to move on to the next. Okay? You drive an hour there, you drive an hour home, and you hate it. It's coming to an end. So why would you even, and that's why I said like your question was loaded and my answer was simple. Are you wasting your time? Yes. Should you be trying to transfer into another position? Absolutely. Yes, you should. Should it be there? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You're going to have to really get truthful with yourself in terms of your life purpose. This says creative wonderment and it says to follow your passion. Ooh, there it is. This says vacation. It says take time for relaxation and adventure. I'm gonna be honest with you. It might be in your best interest to take some type of, listen. After what I did for that job, and I'm sure everybody in this room could raise their hand and attest that at some point you had a job where you loved it, you were devoted, you showed up on time, you did the extra mile, you like there was passion behind all of the things that you did at the job, whatever, right? And then some foul stuff happens and you like, me? I'm not fireable. Me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, or getting written up or whatever the case may be, whatever the punk shit that they do at jobs. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has felt slighted by a job. But the moment that we lose out on this experience called life is when you ball up and accept the fact that or give that person power that they took something from you. I did feel like that for like the first couple of weeks or whatever after I got fired. But then I thought to myself, thank you for giving me my time back, because y'all don't know what it's worth anyway. Y'all don't understand what my energy is about anyway. Y'all don't know how to handle me. Y'all don't know how to treat me. You did me a fucking favor. Thank you. I needed a hall pass a long ass time ago. Period. Okay. So you would benefit with vacation coming out here. If you have 40 hours, 80 hours, Cynthia, take them. What are you going to do? If you do decide to leave the job, then what you going to do with the vacation time then? Okay. So I just feel like you should make it purposeful, right? Like if you decide I'm going to take a week off work, that week, do your work. If you're supposed to be journaling about what your life purpose is about, where are you headed, looking at relationships, looking at how people treat or interact with you at your job. How do you feel about that? What are your goals? What do you want to see more of when it comes to interactions and relationships in your life? And when you reset like that, like Kai was talking about it earlier with feeling like a need or drawn to go to the beach, that's a cleansing. She felt need to go cleanse. What do we do when we get ready to get in the water? We strip down, we get naked. So I feel like that's what you're being called to do. Rather, it's to actually take a vacation or to like set up some type of staycation. You're being asked to be vulnerable with yourself. All right. I hope that helps, Cynthia. But you know how to find me, girl. You know I'm always around. Okay, so Ashley, Taisha, what's coming towards me in regards to finance? Oh, you emailed me. Let me see. You said something about your question. Don't take no days off. Man, the streets be wild and keep on losing all the jits. If I can't get the question answered, consider it. Ashley, are you in here? So Lachelle already gave me your one question. Was there an additional one? I'm confused now. What is it that, am I missing anything? Is this your only question? What's coming towards you in regards to your finance and career? Ashley, if you could verify. I'm going to come back around to you, Ashley, unless you're here. Are you here, my love? Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next question. Lachelle, if you could work on that. She emailed me and said that she was confused, that she misread the instructions, and she put her question, I guess, in the live. I'm just trying to figure out if she even has another. Oh, yes, sorry. You emailing me. Talk to Lachelle for me, please. Okay, because I need to go into this other screen. Ashley, Rebecca, the chat is closed. I don't think it's closed. No, it's not closed, Ashley. There's a slow mode on the chat so that the stuff doesn't come in so fast for Lachelle. Is anybody else experiencing that the chat room is closed? These chats are coming in. So, okay. Rebecca, you had... And I did receive both. Thank you for correcting it. The question you said is around your career. How can you get to your full potential and feel fulfilled? Let's find out. I want to use this Work the Light Oracle for you. Seems like you're trying to come out of the dark. So aren't we all, Rebecca? Aren't we all? Man, can somebody text me if you guys are not able to put anything in the chat? Because I don't see any activity now. The last thing I see is Chris Lacey. Hi, everyone. Hi, Chris. Hi, Aqua Queen. Welcome to the room. Are you guys experiencing any type of challenges with the chat? Can somebody say hello? Hi, what up? What up, though? Rebecca. Yeah, because oh, hi, Mari. Thank you. Okay, so the chat is working. Rebecca, hopefully you're here. What's the message for her, Spirit, in terms of her fulfillment? Take a break. It says, and I see, there's probably a divine orchestration as to why your question came in right after Cynthia. I just told her these jobs don't give a damn about nobody. All right. So if you have vacation time, go take a vacation and reset. I feel like that is not the answer to you feeling fulfilled, but it's going to lead to it. So this says take a break, a life's work, not a season. It says to get off of the treadmill. Now, the other thing before I even, like now that I'm reading that, hi, Rebecca, where it's saying get off the treadmill, that gives me, I told you about like that regenerative cycle, right? It's like that energy of feeling like I feel like I was just here. It's like this hamster wheel energy. Like, are we even going anywhere? Why do I feel like the wheels are just spinning? Same thing for Cynthia. Are you spinning your wheels? Are you on a treadmill? Are you on an actual path headed towards your destiny, your purpose? And it may feel very intense in these next weeks. It's going to start to feel unbearable. You're going to be looking at the people in your office like they got shit on their face. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all gonna be looking at your coworkers like they got shit on their face. You're gonna be looking at this spouse that you needed to leave years ago. Like they heartbeat, and you just like, y'all, because this fresh start needs to come through. It will come through. It's a new era. You gotta be. Everybody's gonna be a part of this. Everyone. So get off the treadmill. I honestly feel like you would also benefit from maybe taking like some short staycation. Yeah, that's that hermit mode, and it's on steroids. And for those of you that have been quote unquote essential, I feel like a lot of you guys have been deprived of this divine opportunity, and I'm one of them because I literally have been essential up until 11/11. But I feel like a lot of you guys have been essential. You've been a part of the hamster wheel. You've been a part of the rat race. You've been a part of all of the you've been one of the wires that's disconnected to the light while everybody else was out seeking the light and you know amplifying their internal light. Everybody else, you were out here being essential. So I don't know if you can afford it. I don't know where you are financially, but this might be a time to really, really sit. And I don't know, I'm just hearing like, look at your finances. Like, are there things that you could cut back on so that like if you decided to take 2 weeks off work, extra bonuses and stuff like that you might normally get, or it's not gonna affect your lifestyle. I don't know, but it seems like you're being called or drawn to do something very simplistic. This is like putting your feet in the lake for the weekend, or this gives me Colorado or Arizona. We have a historic, or we have a national park here called the Wave. And it kind of looks like this. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a really, really magical place. The show. Do you have my questions I posted earlier? Yeah, the show has access to everything. Rebecca. That's one. I learned a little bit about life insurance earlier. I want to know if spirit ancestors think I should take the class to become a life insurance agent right now with the person. Why is that not coming up over here on my side? Is there more than one Rebecca? I didn't think so. I don't know if I'm talking to the same Rebecca. Is there more than one Rebecca that had a question? And if so, Rebecca, am I answering the correct question? Because I'm looking at this being around your career and you being very unhappy. You used to live in Colorado and I've been missing it so much lately. This looks, yeah, this gives Colorado to me. So you might want to take a visit back there. And that's what I'm saying. Like this, like North Node, South Node transit, it's an energy of like maybe back there somewhere you were on the right path. Maybe your destiny, your calling, your purpose is actually in Colorado, Rebecca. Y'all, I literally moved from California when I moved out of my mom's house. I moved here to Arizona. I met my ex-husband. I moved to Georgia, got my real estate license there. I had a really successful run at my career, became a mother, all that good stuff. Got divorced, left my real estate, not really left it behind because I'm actively licensed, but I don't practice it as actively. But then came back here to Arizona when I feel like my ex-husband, he's a karmic partner. Like he taught me, I learned a lot about myself through that relationship, but he was never supposed to be the end goal. And ultimately, after all of it boiled out the pot, we both end up back here in Arizona. So Rebecca, I wouldn't be surprised if your node transit leads you back to where you feel like you closed a chapter. No, that's my question. She posted under Rebecca. Okay, that's Latoya's question. Okay. Oh wow, I was gonna I just picked this up on the split. Look, Rebecca, it's again this equinox energy that keeps coming out, and it's about hitting your target. Only me. Only me. What is your actual? Oh well, no, and that's exactly why I asked for the YouTube handles. Let me see something. Only me. I thought only me was first. Am I wrong? I got Latoya up next. I'm in the middle of addressing Rebecca's question. Only me. I don't know why I feel like I answered your question first. Am I wrong? No, because that was inclined to the light. Lachelle, I don't see only me either. She says she sent payment through PayPal, but I think that maybe she just didn't answer the form. So let me go see if maybe she put her question. So just so you guys know, moving forward, I'm always gonna be using the form now because this like going back and forth between the phone, the email, this, and trying to figure out. Oh, is that Jennifer? Only me? But yeah, like going back and forth, it just takes time up from the energy that I really would rather be giving to you guys. Only me, are you there? I received a PayPal from Jennifer. Is that you, only me? Yes. Jennifer, you didn't fill out the form. That's why me and Lachelle are lost. We're literally going, like, I'm literally looking at people's questions and stuff that they filled out on here. So Jennifer, go ahead and give Lachelle your question here. Lachelle, I did receive her PayPal. Rebecca, back to you. This is talking about hitting your target. So this says to bring your goals into focus, to harness the burning arrow of your soul's truest, highest aspirations, hold this card as your ancient talisman, a gateway to a better and brighter future. And look, now that I'm looking at it, it's pointing directly to these rocks or mountains or something. And then I just told you too that I have to drive like the whole mountain range or whatever. I don't know if this is like a road trip that you're going to be taking to Colorado. It might actually be like an invitation from someone to go to Colorado, and it comes like out of nowhere. But it's spirit like paving, like I said, paving a way for something to be like reignited in you. It could be a situation too where you just need to go back there because there's something about the karmic lesson that you just learned that you also just forgot. You need to revisit it. Okay. Okay, so for Latoya, learned a little bit about life insurance earlier. Want to know spirit answers seriously. Take a class to become a life insurance agent. Latoya, girl, I'm never gonna forget your grandmother and here pinching me. What up, grandma? She all right with me. She got good energy, but boy, grandma got a grip. Okay. Where is this other deck of cards at? I feel like I just had them. What the? Oh, they're sitting right here in my face. All right. You're welcome, Rebecca. I would really like to find out what happens. Okay. I would really, really like to know. I'm getting leap here, Latoya. It says answer the call. What are you being journeyed? Okay, so the leap energy, it talks about, you know, you go first, the universe will follow you. If I can be honest with you, I feel like the universe is waiting for you to decide what it is that you want to do. We can listen. There is a difference between fate and destiny. And somewhere in between the two, there's like this little bitty gray line called free will. And so it doesn't matter if it's something that's fated or destined to happen. We walk a line of free will. And at any point, you can change your fate, right? But you cannot change your destiny. So, Latoya, the initiation is here. There goes that thought. There, look, there goes that line of free will. You're going to get to your destiny. You're going to get to your purpose. You're going to get to your end goal either way. So if you decide that that's the path that you want to take to your destiny, I think that you will be supported. Oh, now that is okay. Now that's interesting. Yes, I do think so. Because now I'm looking at these people and they're dead. Or they look like they are. Even this. It's the priestess and then break the chain. And it looks like you have some type of like service or offering. And look, it's for people who are perishing. That is interesting. That's interesting. I was not anticipating these cards to come with that type of energy. Yeah. And then you have transformation here, which this is the Black Madonna. And I closely relate that card itself to Scorpionic energy, which again is about sex, death, regeneration. So I don't know where your Scorpio placement is or where your South Node is, but I feel like it probably is heavily impacted by the occult. Meaning you could have some type of like Pluto, Pisces, Scorpio influence, placement, aspect, or something like that going on in your chart. You have some type of special connection, honestly, with the living and the dead, Latoya. I don't think that you've tapped all the way into this though. And I feel like that's why your grandma is crazy. I'm even thinking about her. She in here, just so you know, too. She should come on in the room. She said, hey, baby. Oh my gosh, she is cute. I feel like that's why like she came up again. Because I don't even remember what the hell your reading was about. I think we were trying to figure out what was the second person that is on your altar. There was either a second person that you're supposed to be honoring. And then now this is coming back up. And I remember that vividly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it was like your grandma, like tapping me to tap you. Like, hey, there, I have a friend in here. You might not even know that like grandma got a whole little boo thing sitting at the altar with her, and he needs some stuff too. He thirsty. I'm just saying. I was asking because they've been telling me to take a class lately, and I've been trying to figure out what class. Latoya has 2 questions. Her second one is, I did a reading for myself this morning. I would like for spirit ancestors clarify that reading for me through you if they can. Hi, Jillian. Thank you for the love all the way from Oklahoma. Okay. What's the message for Latoya in terms of this life insurance endeavor? Yes, it's the same cards. It's the same energy that's coming out here. But see, it's like there's some type of connection that you're creating with these people, but it's also a boundary too. But it feels like the boundary is between life and death. It's like you see all of these like lit up like orbs. They seem like connections. Like these people are making connections with you. That's what I'm saying. Like it does feel like agency in one way or another. Yeah. And look, what she's holding in her hand is the DNA helix. So yes, this is about you consulting or talking to people about life and death. Trust your path. Yep. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Look, and then I didn't even realize it, but look, she looks like she's being beamed up. It looks like this is like somebody who's about to cross over. Yes, this Latoya. I don't know that it's a long term. I don't know that it's something you're supposed to be doing long term, but I feel like it actually is tying into your spiritual purpose and you don't know it yet. This is like building some type of like camaraderie, honestly, with people before. This is a privilege. And I never looked at it like this, honestly. I don't know. I don't think that you did either. But imagine that you get to meet the world's future ascended masters, the world's future ancestors, the world's future icons, legends, whatever the case may be, in their living form. It's like you're a gatekeeper. Or in your past life, maybe you were a gatekeeper. I don't know why I am hearing for you to look into, girl, your Akashic record is lit. I can't get into this with you right now with the collective, but oh my God, like as I started to speak, I like could literally hear page, you know, like if you in a library and you could hear somebody like flip through a book real fast, you hear all the pages. I could hear it. I'm like, oh no, we're not opening the library tonight. They was finna let me have it. Yes, Ashley, put your question in there. I'm gonna come back to it when I'm done with Latoya, and I think we're still waiting on only me. And I'm pretty sure I have at least one other person sitting in the forums. Almost done here. Anyway, Latoya. Okay, I'm not gonna get all the way into that here with the collective. We've already been on here for 2 hours. I mean, you can book a personal reading if you're interested in it, or if you would like to, I could give you a referral to a past life reader and they can really go into depth. But there is definitely some very significant energy in legacies or past life phenomenons in your Akashic records. There's something about you in the past being a gatekeeper. And every time I fucking say, I can't think of his name right now. There's an Egyptian priestess or god or something, and he was particularly a gatekeeper. I have like a collection of like all of the African and the Egyptian deities. So sometime like outside of this reading, I could literally go to it for you and find it. And his name's like at the top of my head. I would like to say he's represented by, I don't know if he has like a falcon or an eagle face or something like that, but he's always standing guard. But anyway, you kind of embody like this gatekeeper energy, and it's like you're meeting people and making agreements with them in this lifetime about their karma in the future. It's really, really intense. Okay, anyway. All right. All right. Ashley, I'm about to answer the question that you put in the email. Okay? Because I'm not sure where the disconnect is. You said career and finances. And I'm going to use these for whatever reason. It's going to be for Ashley. Yes, Anubis. That's him. That's him. Look up Anubis. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Oh, Latoya. What? No, I don't think I answered your second question. Oh my God, you took me all the way up into the fucking Akashic library. I'm sorry, I skipped a step on the way out. Hold on, Latoya. Lachelle, could you remind me what her second question is? Or let me see if I can pull it up quicker. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. Latoya, I don't know if you watch like series and stuff like that, but you might get a kick out of this show called Upload. I think it's called Upload. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime. And I haven't watched the second season, but the first season it's kind of like melodramatic comedy. It's like kind of corny, but people like us, like on a spiritual wavelength, you'll read deeper into it. I think you would get a kick out of it. You might want to check that out. There's something about like the concept and how that show is made or produced or whatever. That's like what the best description for what I'm seeing in the Akashic records or this gatekeeper energy. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I did not find her second question. I just wanted the reading I did for myself this morning, Claire. Oh, right. Thank you. What was the most significant energy that she was picking up on this morning? The Knight of Wands. Hurry up. Let go. You taking too long to do something. Ace of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles. You're taking too long to invest your time, your energy, or something. And something else about you investing in the wrong direction. This is that Pisces, this elusive. As I'm saying that, you have the moon, and right underneath that, you have the hangman. There's some type of elusive energy that you're going to be freeing yourself from as things warm up. Tell me one more thing about this energy, please. She be the reason. What's up, love? 10 of Wands. Yeah, you need to get moving. It's time to take action. You have all of this fire energy, but again, that's going back to like what I'm picking up on the collective, where it's kind of like head in the clouds, like, oh, it's cute. This is nice. Look at the unicorns. And then you realize that this is not scary form, bitch. This ain't Knott's Berry form. Like monsters start jumping out the corner and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you realize like, oh my God, I got to get up out of here. Yes, you got to get out of here, Latoya. You got to get up out of here, my love. There's something else for you. There's somebody too, a man, I feel like. This could be a Sagittarius. I get Aquarius. They're holding you up. It has got to come to an end. The cycle with this person is over. Look, you're going to experience some type of tower between the 30th of April and the 15th of May in the event that you don't move away from this yourself. The deceit card popped up. Yeah, I'm getting that it's a man, and it doesn't look like they have the best interest when it comes to your money structure, stability, finances, things of that nature. You know, if I could be real honest with you, I don't know if your landlord is a man. This could be the person that you pay rent to. Get a personal. Amber, Ashley is next. And okay. You're gonna have to cut somebody off, Ashley. I think we already talked about this. I don't know if you checked your email. I sent you your personal reading earlier today, Ashley. So this feels like it's gonna end up. Yep, look, it's gonna end up being a continuation a little bit of about what we talked about. There's something or there's someone around you who has a very strong energy of opportunist. And yeah, it very much so gives me like a leeching energy. Your landlord is a man. Latoya, you have a tower coming. I think that it's wrapped up in your living arrangement. I don't know if you're going to get some type of like unexpected news that you have to move, or there's a rent increase or something like that, but I'm hearing to brace yourself. Hi, Alexis. You know what, Alexis? I'm very sorry that I'm not going to be accepting any more questions on this live here tonight because we've been here since 5:30. But Alexis, if you send me a text message or an email, my contact information is down below. If you send me an email or a text message, I will give you a discount on a reading. Because I feel like you really do need one. So send me a message and we'll talk about some type of fair energy exchange so that you can have a personal. Something's telling me that it's going to be an in-depth reading. We're not going to be able to touch all the bases here. Knight of Pentacles showing up here for Ashley. Again, I'm just telling you, like, this is an opportunist. Like, see, this person's holding their time watch, time clock. It's like they see that the time is ripe, not right, ripe. And I feel like you just is loving and giving. This is what is affecting your finances negatively right now. You have the devil here. Something about like betting on love. Yeah, look, Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups. It's an energy of you getting exactly what you want the moment that this person walks off. Look, Ace of Pentacles coming in next. I know. Even if you're not giving this person your money, there's this giving energy around you that I don't feel like your ancestors are appreciative of. When I say they're not appreciative of it, it's not that they don't appreciate your generosity, your benevolence, your high vibration. However, you're on the brink or you just started receiving something that replaced a very significant loss. I don't know if this is settlement money. I don't know if this is, wow, we're talking about life insurance, right? With Latoya. I don't know if this was some type of like life insurance payout that you started receiving or something like that. This could be child support. It could be anything. It feels very much so like eighth house. Sex, death, regeneration. It feels like it's other people's money. So it's something that you're entitled to, but it's not coming from you. You don't have to go work for it. You don't have to go and put in time at a job or whatever. You don't have to do any type of physical labor for it. It's coming out of the 8th house. This person feels like the time is ripe, but they're not here to stay. I don't like this. I didn't like this shit in your personal, and I don't like it now. Tell him, bet your reader be in a bush. Bet your favorite reader be in a bush about this bullshit. Ashley, he gotta go. No. He gotta go. See how he pulling up with his cup, it ain't shit in it, and you over here bathing in a whole damn river. Vulnerable, open. No. What type of, first off, that's why I don't like this shit. What type of vampire is he? Why are we even having a conversation? First off, let me say this, Ashley. Thank you for being transparent with the group here. I know that what I didn't know is if there was some type of like, life insurance payment or some type of annuity or something that you're receiving because of losing her. Let's not talk about that here with everyone. But that's what I was hinting at. I do know that you lost your daughter, okay? And God bless her soul. This Scorpio Taurus energy that I've been talking to y'all about, and Ashley, I'm sure that you've even experienced it on a really like deeper, candid level because you're a part of the Patreon community. I've really been going in over there about this sex, death, regeneration, 8th house. And it's funny, I'm picking up the 8th house. This fool is giving vampire. Why are we talking about organs in the same sentence as a donation? I could understand why somebody might want to believe that they are similar. What's that saying? Something about like a pound of flesh or something. I don't know what that saying is, but it's an energy of like being completely like cutthroat or something like the only thing I'm gonna take for your forgiveness or for peace or whatever is a pound of flesh. You know what I mean? It's very like vampire type energy. It's giving like soulless. I could understand, his message might be valid. That's a possibility that God decided that he wanted to use him to give you a message, that you might be expecting something benevolent from the people that you blessed, that your daughter was able to bless with life because of her death, right? Yes, that could be a possibility. But I don't know. There's just every fucking thing about it is inappropriate. Why are we having this conversation about my child's organs? Why is he in it? I just don't like it. I don't like what it's giving. It's giving underworld. It's giving succubus. That's what it's giving. Please, sis, get the fuck away from him. I don't like it. I can't like it. Like my stomach is all toe up behind it. I don't like it. Yeah, like his idea of structure, secure. It's desperation. Like I'm hearing desperado. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing desperado. Look, and this comes out. I'm hearing desperado. Like, I mean, if you could really be sitting there thinking and calculating to yourself something that I might get in return of monetary value. Like, why are we talking about this? Nothing is going to bring your daughter back. So therefore, nothing beyond her presence, essence, in her legacy is worth discussing. Why are we talking about money? Like, first off, I'm sorry, Ashley. Yeah, Emperor in reverse. This is very, very malicious. Look, Four of Swords, and what you have here externally, look, the Lovers. And this is basically the energy that was coming out in your pre-shuffle. It keeps showing up like you gonna get exactly what you deserve and what you've been waiting for, what you've been hoping for the moment that you dismiss this person. And I'm seeing that not only on an emotional level, but also financially. Yeah, like this person's energy, they have very, very low vibrations. They're blocking your blessings. And then I don't like this. I'm looking at this Eight of Swords. If I can be honest with you, Ashley, it doesn't have to be tonight, but at some point you're gonna have to get right with yourself, and you're gonna have to sit and have a conversation with your baby. I don't care if she's passed away. She's here. And she feels quite slighted and sick about this man. I just don't like it. This fucking fly now fucking with me. And then this is Nine of Cups. And I'm looking at the ladybug as I'm saying that. And I'm thinking to myself, this is your daughter representing some type of luck. I don't know if you see ladybugs all the time. She seems like she has some type of connection to ladybugs. And it's like when I'm looking at the ladybug, I was thinking to myself, like, that's her daughter showing up like a ladybug. And then I heard the sound of the fly. Yes, the fly is getting on my nerves, but I heard the sound of the insect, like you be seeing ladybugs or they be landing on your car or whatever the case may be. That's your daughter. And you need to pay attention when you see these ladybugs because she's trying to help you change your fortune with the Nine of Cups. What did we see here earlier? We see the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And I said, you're going to get exactly what you want when you walk away from this person. The heavens are holding out. He got to go. He gotta go. Bet I be in a bush. Fuck somebody up about my community. What? Bet I be in a bush, nigga. Come in here and find out what this life about, what this community about, what this tribe be on. Girl, Okay, Lachelle, thank you. Incline to the light. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm sorry, Lachelle. Can you please put me back on track? I'm running way over time. Way over time here. Please put me back on track. You're welcome, Ashley. Let me go into these responses. My Amber's done for the night. Was Ashley the last person? Only me. Did I address only me? And then, Jennifer. I need to come back to Jennifer. So Jennifer came back around and entered her form. Let's get into this. Oh, okay. So I seen your question when I first opened up the live, Jennifer. And I was hearing an old song by Genuine. Like you owe me something. Owe me back like you. I don't know if you know that song, Jennifer, but I do feel like you're gonna get your money back, but it's gonna be after you. I'm gonna use my slang. Jennifer, we've been here for a long time. You've been watching me since I first came on YouTube. So I know I could talk to you like this. I feel like you got a little flavor, baby. I ain't met you in real life, but I feel like you probably know that genuine song. You probably know that genuine song, and you probably know exactly what I'm about to say, but you're going to get your money back after you press this person's line. Yeah. Are you going to get it back like, oh, hey, Jen, I was thinking about you. Here's your money. No, you're not getting it like that. No, you're going to have to pull up for this money. Look. Is it pulling up? Hey, I came to collect. No way. Yeah, you're gonna pull up on this money. Okay. Tell me one more thing about this energy in terms of her getting her money back that she loaned. Look, it's the same cards. You got to pull up like you owe me some. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna catch this person off guard. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Jennifer, baby, people got their tax money. If you don't go over there and give us yours, I won't be calling nobody. I'm coming over there. I'm outside. What's up? Bring me my money. Listen, y'all. Don't want it with me. Tell me one more thing about this energy. It's going to be delivered in 2 payments. Going to be delivered in 2 payments. When you go over there, when you pull up on this person and press their line like I'm telling you, you let them know that you're willing to accept 2 payments. You want it in writing before you walk away. I feel like there is a great possibility that you might end up in court with this person about the second payment. But yeah, there's an energy of this person taking you very, very seriously. When you ask for this paperwork, you're going to leave with half the money. That's what I'm seeing. See, like with this seesaw, it's like I'll half now, half later is what I'm getting. Half of it might be like given, and then the other half might be a loss. Yeah, and see, you got the Page of Wands, and this looks like energy. I don't know if this piece of money or this amount of money is like worth it, but it could definitely be an energy of you like filing some type of documents in regards to it. What Nikki said, I don't care how long it takes to get an op back. Welcome to Sag World. Fuck. I'm just saying. Because, see, it take a long time for me to even consider you an op. I'm not going to consider you no op over no $500 or, you know what I mean? Like, it would have to be some significant amount of, the $500, I'm writing you off, bitch. You done. Okay? But like you a op, I'm out here like really trying to figure out how to get back at you. Oh, baby. It took you a long time to get there. And once we get there, I feel you, Nikki. I don't care how long it takes to get an op back. You got yourself over there. You still stay on that. You gonna sit with that. You gonna sit with that. Okay, Jennifer, let me see. Your second question was, will you be traveling later on this year? Is there travel? Yes. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's giving honeymoon. It's giving honeymoon. It's giving retreat. Girl, what is this? This look like one of them resorts where like people be nude, like our clothes are optional. Girl, look, and look at me. Like, what y'all doing over there? Yes, this looks like going to some type of retreat where clothes are optional. Or like a tanning beach. You know, they have those beaches where you can like tan or you can lay out nudeless. Yeah, hot girl summer. Jenny, listen, I don't know what you get into, baby. But every time I tap into your energy, I don't know. It's something about Jenny. I'm here for this. I do feel like you're going to be traveling. Tell me about this trip. What can she expect? You have the King of Swords. It's coming out as an issue. But see, I'm telling you, this feels like nudeness. Because like when you think about the King of Swords, it's like completely guards up. This could be someone dressed in full uniform, right? It could be a lawyer, it could be a judge, it could be a police officer, whatever the case would be. This coming out as an issue. It really like, I don't know. That's what it's given. Jenny said, I'm not into that. Listen, I said retreat. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of people there. You might be surprised. I don't know, Jenny. Your fiance might have something up his sleeve. Like it could literally be okay. It could be like a situation where like you guys rent an Airbnb or something and it's literally sitting on a beach, a private beach, and you out there topless. Like I don't know. I'm just seeing you be free. Jenny, I am seeing you be free. Okay, this is probably going to be a new type of free with this Aries energy coming in. Okay, so I answered your question. Am I forgetting anyone? Last call for alcohol. Am I forgetting anyone? If I'm not forgetting anyone, I'm just going to pull one card for the collective. I got to Rebecca. We got both of Toya's answered. I took care of Ashley, Cynthia. Yeah, it looks like I got everybody. And Alexis, I think if you're still here, I'll look forward to hearing from you. Latoya, I look forward to hearing from you too. It doesn't have to be anytime soon, but maybe it needs to be like a call or something. Maybe just need to like plan like a coaching call or something. I just really think that you need a little bit of guidance as far as like what crystals. It probably would be like a mixture of a crystal consultation, what crystals you should be carrying with you so that you can start to navigate the Akashic records and things of that nature. If you're interested, then reach out to me. We can do that at a later date. Otherwise, let's see what's going on with the collective. So we started out here with the answers that you need are coming, and that confidence is going to be your key to success. I think we've seen that play out here throughout all of the collective energies, and also in the personals. Let's see what type of answers are coming. You're welcome, Jennifer. Girl, like it's so mutual. I be having a good time when I tap into your energy. That's what I'm saying. Like Jennifer, girl, let them things swing, girl. When you go out, let them things swing. I know you're about to get married, baby. This is a different type of season for you. Don't send me no pictures, but I just want to hear all about it. Okay. Wow. Yeah. See, this is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, guys. Look at this. Power. Struggles. I said that there's a transition of power that's coming up here. There's a celebration. This gives me like an underdog vibe, right? You got these two powers fighting above, right? This is that Saturn in like Mars energy. There's a battle like for the greater good, and I feel like the good is going to be prevailing, and there will be a collective celebration about this. But what's following that is the four. Oh my God, look at this. It's the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Cups. Look at all of this emotional progression. And then after this 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, regeneration, right? Recycling through things that you thought you already processed emotions about. You thought you already figured out how you felt about it. You already decided what your morals are, what your expectations are in relationships, where your boundaries are with people, coworkers, colleagues, neighbors, whatever the case may be. Like you thought that we went over this. We did go over this, but now you're going to be on top of this. Okay, and guess what's coming out? It's the 9 of Cups. Shout out to you, Ashley. I just would like to acknowledge your daughter in this moment, okay? Because she is showing up very, very lucky for you. And I just would like to leave you personally with that message, okay? That's y'all reading. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to try to commit. Well, I'm not going to say I'm going to try. I'm definitely committed to doing 1 live a month right now. I'm going to try to do them more often. If you guys are a part of the Patreon, either tomorrow or it'll be Monday morning. I'm going to go live on Patreon only. You have to be in the second tier to access exclusive content. I'm going to go live over there. I'm going to be having a conversation about how to identify people when they are fucking with your energy. Somebody in the Patreon community asked me about that. Like, how did at what point in my life or my experience or my spirituality did I come into knowing or being able to separate or decipher what energy is mine, what energy belongs to other individuals, and when there are people meddling in my energy or even in people's energies that I'm connected to. So I'm going to go into depth and into that on the Patreon. I might pull a couple of cards, but that's not the purpose of Patreon. It's more so going to be a chit chat. So if you guys want to join that, you can follow me over to the Patreon and join now. We can talk about that. It's like I said, it's either gonna, I would like to say I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Unless Spirit has something else I need to experience in preparation for that. The goal is to do it tomorrow, the latest Monday. Otherwise, I love you guys. Don't forget that there are some very special things that are going to be coming to the website. So I would check in, tap in, stay tapped in. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you, Lachelle.